You're listening to High Frequency Healing on the Superpower Up podcast, the show that explores the awakening of superpowers through higher dimensional healing.
Hello, this is AngelaMaría, one of the Superpower Up hosts, and you're listening to High Frequency Healing Show. The only difference between where you are to where you want to be is the actions you take here and now to heal your life. Let's take a deep breath and be here and now. I invite you to enjoy this time together. And here we go. Let's welcome Michele Ho Lung to my show. We will be talking about how to use chi energy to heal. Michele is author, quality consultant, certified law of attraction life coach and catalyst, an intuitive artist, and a Reiki master. Life comes with challenges as opportunities for learning and exploring new things. This is how Michele likes to view the downside that presents itself at times. After a bad knee injury, she ventured down the self-help healing opportunity path. She learned other healing modalities, including matrix energetics, Yuen Energetics, Reconnective Healing, Hawaiian spiritual healing, and Reiki. She considers herself somewhat of a catalyst facilitating change. Please join me to welcome Michele Ho Lung. Hi, Michele.
Hi, AngelaMaría. I'm so happy to be here with you today. It's really exciting.
Yeah, I am too. So let's begin. What's your healing superpower, Michele?
Well, I'd have to say it is the ability to resonate at a high frequency to help other people heal themselves. And it somehow gets into my art. So the art is healing art. It's it's a secret sauce to sparkling your space.
I love that part of the art that I hope we can talk a little bit more later. But before, Michele, would you please take us back to your early years and name one memorable life lesson that is useful for you today?
In my life, there's always challenges, and sometimes we can get drawn into the negative, really beating up on ourselves and going deeper and deeper down into, the self-doubt and the lack of the lack of self-confidence, and then your whole body seems to just go blah. And it's in that time that I started to study Reiki. And then years later, it went into, finding out that there is a way to shift energy. And it starts with becoming self-aware and deciding. It's not just becoming aware, because a lot of people, become aware and then we stay there without deciding anything. Well, the trick is to decide that, hey, I don't like this place. I don't want to stay in this space. What can I do to change this? And getting that will to go and discover what will work for you. So that saved my despair, if you will, or the overwhelm I was in. That led me into getting into the healing, the quantum side, more on the physical side. So I started out on the emotional side because actually it was before the knee surgery where I was having a very high pressure job and kids to bring up and a lot of stuff trying to balance work and home. You know how that is, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you start into not liking yourself or getting impatient and that kind of thing. And that's when the emotional side becomes really important, because that drives how we be in our body. That drives how our health turns out, whether you'd like to believe it or not.
I really love the connection you just did with the emotions. And we are going to go deeper in that because in my own experience, my own life, I have experienced how the emotions play a big role in our healing way, in our own lives. And those are the ones that create limitation, pain, and many, many other things that we are going to go deeper later. But right now, I would like you, Michele, to tell us where can people go to find out more about you?
They can go to my website, MicheleHoLung.com. That's MicheleHolung.com. And they can, in there I have some information. There are some poems that are actually self-help poems, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some of my paintings posted on there as well. They can go on to Instagram at Sparkle Your All. That's SparkleYourall. And they can enjoy looking at some of my paintings and my art, as well as some of my cards and affirmations. So, So that's kind of the main things right now where they can connect with me.
Really cool. Thank you, Michele.
You're
We've
welcome.
been talking with Michele Ho Lung about how to use chi energy to heal. When we come back from this short break, we are going to talk more about her healing superpowers. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you here to change the world? Do you talk about things like vibration, frequency, awakening, and consciousness? Are you pretty sure you have superpowers? The Superpower Net is unlike normal coaching programs and conscious communities. We provide training, intuitive guidance, peer-to-peer learning, intensive one-on-one coaching, and a high vibrational network of people just like you. When you join the net, you get 24/7 access to a collaborative group of people who support you as you master your personal power and unlock your superpowers. If you're ready to use your superpowers to change the world, then join the Superpower Net today. Visit superpowerexperts.com/thenet to learn more.
We are back, and you are listening to High Frequency Healing. Today, we are talking with Michele Ho Lung about how to use chi energy to heal. Michele, was there a burning bush moment that made your heart desire changing your path in life?
Well, I would say so. It's that realization that there's so many things we can do to help people in the world. And with this gift that I realized I had, it was, okay, so I'm not helping anybody by just being in the corporate world. So I decided that I put it out to the universe that, it'd be really nice to be able to spend more time having more flexibility in my life and being able to help people by moving out into this healing arena. So that opportunity presented itself, and I ended up leaving the company I was with and then getting engaged back as a consultant for a few years. And so it really worked out nicely.
Mm-hmm. But was just that desire of feeling there are many ways to heal, to help others, and I want to do it? Or was a specific moment, like, I don't know, you get sick or you went through a specific situation that was tough in your life, or it was just a desire?
I think it's just a desire. I've had always in my life a burning desire to help people, whether it be in the corporate world, reducing stress because the quality system worked, or it was helping people with things I knew about homeopathic remedies and I'd tell them what to take, or it's coaching kids and how to play badminton. It's always about helping people to be better than where they were at. So it's that burning desire, and that knowing that I can have a bigger impact on the world. And the more of us who are doing this work, the better the world is going to be. So my mission is to sparkle the world, one sparkle at a time. Mm-hmm. And the sparkle can be a person, a place, a group of people, or a location, that kind of thing.
Yes. And I want to remark was what you just said. It was just a desire. And this is something that I really invite you to pay attention. Pay attention to your desires. Listen to your desires. Connect to your desires, your dreams. What is that you feel in your heart? What is that you would like to do, that you would like to be? Do not believe
so
me.
Important.
Verify it.
Yes, that's so important, AngelaMaría. I couldn't agree with you more, because the book I'm writing, Sparkle and Shine, is all about how do you connect to your divine spark. You know, when you're kids and you see someone and they have a twinkle in their eye, a sparkle, and you just want to do what they want to do because it looks, you can feel the energy. They're excited. That's a spark that we have. We each have that inner spark. And when we go through life as adults, we get, pulled down, and we have so much stuff. We get on this treadmill of life, and we are not sure how to get off of it, or we're in overwhelm and stressed out, and we lose a sense of direction of where we want to go, where the dreams are, right?
Absolutely.
And so by connecting with our energy, we can then start to figure out how to get more clear and lighter.
Yeah, and there is a big power there. There is a big power, but every time that you just connect to something we would like to do, a desire, a wish, a dream, and we start just blocking it. No, but I can't. No, but I'm too old. No, but I'm too young. No, but I don't have time. No, but I don't have money. No, but it's so hard. We are blocking the energy from the divine for us to be able to create what we want out of this life experience. So I think that's really, really powerful. And I thank you for sharing that with us, because that desire has you right now, right here, in service to others. And that is something really remarkable, Michele. Thank you.
Thank you so much, AngelaMaría. The other thing is, you talked about emotions just before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Emotions. And this is what stops us from actually even dreaming, right? Sometimes.
Yes.
It's what we get so caught up in, the self-doubt and the, things aren't working, and how am I going to do this and that, instead of looking at the emotions, because emotions, the guilt, shame, whatever that is, the negative emotions, that's what traps us and gets us, not vibrating at the frequency we need to be attracting. You've all heard about the law of attraction. That prevents us from attracting that which we wish to ourselves, our desires and our dreams and our goals and our heartthrobs, right? It's that energy. And everybody, everything on this planet vibrates at a frequency. And when we are not thinking nice thoughts, when we're negative in our thoughts, when we get away and start, allowing those negative emotions to saturate our being and to be, just start piling up on top of us without doing anything to clear it, that's where we get into getting sick. It then starts to show up as disease in our bodies, and as afflictions and neck aches and back aches, and
Yes.
So, and it's not necessarily where you feel it. That's not necessarily where the source is.
Exactly.
That's what I found in the work I do is, you may think you have a shoulder ache, but it's coming from your big toe, for example.
Yes, and it's the power, like, we need to be aware that the emotions come from a thought. We are thinking a certain way, and then that creates the emotion. And what we do with that emotion creates what we have out there. And we are not realizing the power of our thoughts and our emotions, because those are the ones that really create a reality out there. But it's because it started in the inside.
That's so totally true. The thoughts we have, the things between our ears, right?
Yes.
That is the thing that keeps us helps us to go where we're going, or keeps us where we are.
Yes.
Right?
So, Michele, how do you guide people to heal themselves?
First, I ask people, what is it that you really want? First, connect with what it is that you want. Because many of us, we get so busy, we forget to check in with ourselves, right? And then from there, become self-aware. Where do you wish to go? And then decide what it is you want to happen.
Mm-hmm.
What is your dream? From there, it's a matter of seeing where your thoughts are habitually. Are they cup half full, cup half empty? And from there, it's a journey. That's where the journey starts. But it starts with a decision.
Mm-hmm. I think that, no, it's not that I think. I am sure that decisions and intentions are also powerful. Because when you are really clear about what you want, and you are clear about what's your intention through this experience in your life, you start to see clarity. But when you go through experiencing life and you don't know where are you going, you are not connecting to the intention when you overcome that situation, or why do you need to overcome that situation, it's like you are not taking advantage of the energy.
Precisely.
The energy just goes everywhere because you are not putting the energy focusing into a specific intention.
Yes, and so even though we do work at the high frequency level, there's always a law of attraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way that works is, if I make an analogy, if you go to the nicest restaurant you go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you place an order for your perfect steak, you're not running into the kitchen to check on them if they're doing it, are you?
No.
Right. You expect them to deliver a perfect steak the way you
Mm-hmm.
described it. But why is it that when we put a wish out to the universe, an intention, we go and we check, it's not working, and we go and it's like we're peeking in to see if it's working? What if we were to actually not try, but keep our thoughts positive? It's coming, I know it. And have that same feeling as we had with the steak.
Yes.
And expect the universe, right, to
Mm-hmm.
deliver it.
Yes. And I have verified in my life that all of these pieces, they go together. It's not that law of attraction goes in a way, the healing another place, and thoughts and emotions. It's just one thing that is playing together harmoniously in a way that we can create out there what we want, starting with the healing process. There is no way I can create anything out there, even with the law of attraction, if inside I am broken, if I don't trust in myself, if I don't love myself enough, if I am always fighting with life and the reality I have created. But when I start seeing that pieces in my life, and I bring it inside, I heal it inside, I create something different inside, then you are ready for the law of attraction to happen in your life.
Yes. And one thing came to me as you were talking there is that one of the key things is forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Self-forgiveness first, because,
Yes.
We carry guilt and shame, and I should have, I could have, why didn't I? And all of the shoulds come up.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a forgiveness of others. But one of the things I see on my cards is forgive, but don't forget the lessons. Remember the lessons, but still forgive, because when we there's some people who just carry chips on their shoulders, and you know it, right?
Yes.
When you carry chips on your shoulders, what that does, it literally does weigh you down. It burdens you and it makes you heavier. It then manifests in all sorts of health issues.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute you start forgiving, you will start to feel lighter and brighter, because you're not having those thoughts going in your mind as to why you are mad at that person, why, what, and all these things, right?
Absolutely.
It is that thing is the ability to forgive, and again, yourself too.
And when you forgive yourself and forgive others, you raise your energy vibration. And when you raise your energy vibration, you start attracting more healing experiences and opportunities into your own life.
Yes, and I had someone who he realized that, and he's a salesperson. He realized that the more he got his energy higher, the more he would have sales. Right? Because
Yes.
people, you ever notice that some people you just want to go and talk to, and other people you stay away from? Why is that? Why is that?
Yeah, it's the energy that you can feel from the other person that really motivates you to take action.
Yes. So it's and many people, when I say you have to become more self-aware, we get so caught up, especially coming from the corporate world where there are deadlines and pressures and, things, bottom line to be met and all those things. We get so consumed our energy in just focusing on the numbers and stuff. We forget to be aware that we can feel energy. We turn it off because we're so caught up in the thinking aspect. We forget to feel. We forget we even know how to feel, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
it is that opening up and deciding that you would really like to be able to feel again, that gets you there to be more sensitive to that which is around us, which is energy, space, vibration.
Michele, I love the passion you have when you talk about all of this. Please share with us the most impactful story, or at least one of them, that you have experienced with your gift of healing.
Well, I think about a lady I met in San Diego, and I had done a distance session with her where she had got out of the fog with her business and been able to get make a decision. And she said it was like going, having the parking lot gods, and you call for a space, you drive in because there's a space that opens right up. And all her trepidation of the decision she was really keeping her back and holding her back in her business, that went away, and she was able to make a decision right there, right after, without any thought and joyfully as well. And so she asked me to work on her mother who was visiting, and I happened to be in San Diego at the time. And the complaint, when I said to the mom, "How can I serve you?" she says, "I can't sleep." So I started working on her, and 2 minutes later, not even, she was snoring. So then the next day I called and asked her daughter how she was. She seems to be fine. And I was doing a whole family thing, so I was working on another person, and the mom was downstairs, and Rosa, she was moving her fingers and kind of flexing her fingers. And I said, what are you doing? She says, "Oh, she has arthritis." So I said, "You didn't tell me you had arthritis." And she says, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I'm waiting on that person upstairs to work on them. They're not ready yet. So let me just work on you a little bit here." So I worked on her for 15 minutes. And after that, she kind of stood there and she says, "Oh, I can now put my fingers together." And then she said, "Oh," and she picked up a piece of paper. "I can hold a piece of paper in my fingers now." And I said, "You couldn't do that before?" And she said, "No." And then she went, "Oh, now I can reach my hands above my head." And I said, "You couldn't do that before either?" She said, "No." So that was kind of neat. But the next night, I was working on her daughter, and the daughter says, "My mom has a very strange request. She'd like me to be in her bed while she sleeps, and you work on me while she sleeps." So I said, okay, because the mom was really smart, wise, I think, not smart, but wise. She picked up that there is overflow when we work in this energy field. And she picked up that when I worked on her daughter, she'd get some of it.
Of course.
Right? So,
Michele, so
yes.
let me ask you, because I am fascinated about this, and I know that somebody that is listening to us may be questioning, how does it work?
Well, it's a gift. So for me to be presumptuous and presume that I can tell you how it works, what I gather, it is a connection that I help facilitate to source. Whether you think you call that God, Muhammad, whoever, it's universe, universal connection and power, right? And I help people when they are willing and open to receiving and allowing things to leave and be released, then that allows them to invite blessings from the universe and get changes and shifts in their bodies.
Michele, I am going to say this again because I really love and I really resonate to this. You facilitate the source to go through you, that energy, that divine energy to go through you. It's not just Michele. Is that
actually, I don't think of it that way. I actually don't think of it as channeling, because it's like when I work, it's out there. It's not within.
Uh-huh.
Right? It's a different way of connecting, I feel. So it's more connecting to my people's intentions, their highest intentions, and somehow when they connect in this space of heart space, right? Because we're all energy and vibration and we connect through love, then these lovely things can happen.
So, but you said before you facilitate the source.
Yes. Well, let's put it this way. If I knew what was going to happen, I could tell you that when I work in you, this would happen and that would happen. But I can't do that. It's up to my clients to invite whatever change and keep whatever change that it is that comes their way.
And then you said something else that I also love. When the client, when the person you're working on allow things to leave and release. Because you can have a lot of power. You can just do that. But if the person you're working on, it's not really to let things go. It's not really to release what is holding that person back. It's really hard that what you do and your divine gift can make an effect on that body.
Well, yes, but it's so there's different levels of, and this is getting deep though. There's different levels of release, and some are very easy, but a lot of times clients, they have certain intentions that they want, right? That they would really like to happen. When I do this work, there are other things that also get shifted and released that may not have something that have a program or reluctance to release, right? There are different levels within us where we are willing to let things go, some things go, but others we don't really know why we want to hold on to it.
Yeah.
So as I work, other things get released, but not necessarily what the client wants, because it depends on their willingness to release. So whatever it is that they're open and allowing will leave. And it's not something that I should phrase it differently. It's something that it's in their intention what they are willing to release.
Yes. And I also know for fact that even if you desire something, even if you want something, but that is not aligned to the desire of your being into you right now, it won't happen. Because sometimes those desires don't come from our divinity, they come from the ego. And that's another story, and we can stay here forever. But yes, but what you said is really important. Is the divinity of both of you and the client or the person you're working on, that they agree energetically to create something needed in that body.
Yes, totally.
Got it. Michele, I would love that you share with us 2 steps or 2 tips for anyone to start their healing process.
Okay, so what I'm thinking, because energy goes over space and time, right? And it also goes over distance. I would be willing, if the listeners are willing to this podcast, anybody who wants to participate can close their eyes, and I will lead you through just a connection and a grounding sequence that you can use anytime you would like to get more centered within yourself and you'd like to recharge and tap into the energy of the universe.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in.
You want to do it?
Yes, of course. Let's do it.
Okay. So if you would, just take a few deep breaths, deeply, and then release, and close your eyes as you're doing this, and sit comfortably. And I want you to imagine that there is a tube of light, beautiful tube of light going from the heavens, all the way from the heavens to the top of your head, right in the center, where you'd probably think of as the crown chakra for those of you who know about chakras. And just imagine there's this beautiful light streaming from the heavens. And it's like those fibrous lights, the ones you see in the stores and they're just coursing down beautifully. The stream of beautiful white crystal sparkly light coming from the heavens. And it's just coming very constantly, really nice flow to you. And then think of it as you allow it. You just see a gate opening up and just allow that beautiful energy to come through to you and feel it as it permeates your very being, goes from the top of your head all through your spine, through your body, around and back up. And then as you do that, feel that energy and know that it's giving you more vital energy to keep your cells healthy and vibrant and just feeling great. And see now from the bottom of your feet, a cord leading down to the mother, the center of the earth, where imagine, say, Superman's crystal, a beautiful, huge cave, amethyst, which is purple, or rose quartz, which is pink, or clear quartz. And imagine all the things that are negative within your body. You don't have to know what it is. Just decide that it's okay to release all negativity, anything that's not serving you, all the doubts and fears and the regrets and shame and the sorrows and the sadness and the limitations, everything. Just allow it to go through that cord all the way down to this beautiful crystal. Because what that crystal does for you and is doing is it's cleansing that energy and making it pure and beautiful and filled with love and energy, to send it back up to you through the other cord and allow it to come back up to you totally cleansed, and join that circuit of energy that's still coming to you from that beautiful tube of light at the top of your head from the heavens, and allow that to join that energy circulating and coursing through your body. And know that whenever you're feeling tapped and drained or negative, down, feeling a little down in your emotional space, know that you can do this little sequence and tap into the energy of the universe and have that available to recharge and recenter your being. And as we do that, just breathe into that and allow things to leave still. Allow it to leave, everything that doesn't serve you. And feel that energy coursing down. Know that that energy is available to you all the time, 24/7. And that you can release things that you don't like within, that you're feeling, by just intending that you want to release it. It may take a little effort, but it starts with first the idea and then the intention. And yes, when we as energy workers work with you, we can help you do it more effectively and faster and deeper, but we all have the power to do it ourselves. We just need to learn how to re-tap into that and re-tap into our ability to feel and to allow and to intend, because we get so caught up into the world of our treadmill of life that we forget that we have this ability within us. And it's to be able to learn, and actually it's more than that, is to be able to just know that we are the source of our feelings and our energy and our health. We can tap into our energy and make it lighter and brighter because we control our emotions, through our thoughts, that we allow ourselves, through our decisions we make, to be positive or negative, to be empowering or victim. And if I leave you with anything else today, is to feel that energy. I'm still connecting you all to that. Feel that energy coming in. And then your part is to allow things to be released. Allow the energy to come into your being and your body. Know that you can tap into this source of energy and power that's in the heavens above and in the earth beneath. Because that's how most people will think of grounding, is to connect to Mother Earth. Get your feet planted firmly on the ground, hug a tree and smile and be happy in your day.
Yes.
How's that?
Amen. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Michele. Let's remind listeners where they can go to find out more about you one more time.
So they can go on to my website, micheleholung.com, MicheleHolung.com. And they can go on to my Instagram, which is at Sparkle Your All, SparkleYourAll. And they can also, if they'd like to get my book, it's at sparkleandshinebook.com. So that's spelled as it sounds, Sparkle, SparkLe, and AndShine book, BOOK.com.
Thank you so much, Michele, for sharing your healing superpowers with us today.
You're so welcome, AngelaMaría. One thing though, I believe I'm scheduled for another podcast. So if people did notice anything, it would be so nice if they would send you an email to share with other listeners any of their experiences.
Yeah, sure. That would be awesome. And thank you, all of you, for joining us today.
Yes, I hope everyone got nuggets of wisdom that they can use to sparkle their rest of their day.
Thank you. And I am AngelaMaría, Conscious Creation. Change actions, shift energy to live heaven down here on earth. Until our next time.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Are you ready to discover your superpowers? Go now to superpowerexperts.com and take the superpower quiz today.